Well, welcome back. We're back with Real and Raw, and today we're on a really special venue, one of my syndicates. I'm going to class this as my number one syndicate, and when you sort of see what I'm about to show you, you might understand why. But this is set in the middle of a forest. Unbelievable, as quiet as anything. If I stay quiet, you're literally just, all you're going to hear are birds and not a lot else. Just a little breeze coming through the trees. Unbelievable, this place. I'm on this lake for 72 hours, 3 nights, but not quite sure how it's going to go. Never fished it before, and it's hot. It is hot. We're probably talking around, it's getting up to 28. We've had it in the 30s the last 2 days, so not sure how it's going to go, but I'm going to take you round, have a quick look. I'm going to decide where I'm going to set up, if I see anything, and then we'll go from there. But yeah, back on the bank, real and raw. Keeping it real and raw, baby. Real and raw. This is what they class as peg one, right on the car park. Look at this place, unbelievable. Right, we're just about to drop into pegs 2 and 3, I believe. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. So this is, I believe, what the class is peg 2. Stunning. Hoping for some shows. To be quite honest, I did wonder how hot it'll get down in here, but it is so cool at this moment in time in the woods. It's quiet. I'll say quiet. So this will be peg 4. Yeah, they're not the easiest swims to get into. Probably take your life into your hands carrying everything down, but yeah, we're proper old school and really raw to the extreme. But yeah, nice little bit of cover, lovely. So where are we up to? So swim 5 and 6, I would say. 5, I'm guessing you set up camp up here, which perfect for this weather. And downside, take your life in your hands when you're coming down here at night. But yeah, try not to end up in the water, won't it? Yeah, gorgeous. We're starting to now get in the, this is about the middle of the lake. It starts to really shadow out now, sort of thing. Realistically about sort of 4 foot as it comes back across down to this end, it goes really shallow. We have got a bowl right down on the other end, on the deeper end, around by swim, in between swim 1 and 2, a real deep bowl there. Gets down to about 14 foot when I put the deeper out, when I come to scan it through, sort of first week it opened. See, it opened, this syndicate opened 1st of May. So they're the swims. I'm now going to spend a bit of time wandering around, see if I can see any shows. Like I say, it's not too hot in here at this moment, but temperature wise it's due to get up around about 28 degrees midday. So I'm not expecting to really catch while the temperatures of this, especially on this new venue to start with, during the day. Hopefully got more potential at night when it cools down, and that, but yeah, it's a complete learning curve on this one, deciding how I'm going to fish. There are certain rules here, sort of thing, so it's yeah, barbless hooks, tubing, no leaders, so I'm going to have to change from how I normally fish, setups. I normally use the PB hit and runs, which are fantastic for indication, and just basically that. It's a great bit of inline running kit, but yeah, can't use that because it's on a leader. So I'm going to probably start out, if nothing shows, pick a swim that I can probably get to some shallow water, a bit of deeper water as well. But yeah, just going to see how we can get on, and I'll come back to you. But once I'm set up, find some spots, we'll get back and see where we're at, real and raw. Catch you later. Right, so we decided on a swim. We've gone for swim, set up in swim 3, but I've got one rod out on swim 2 because it's literally there, sort of thing. So this way, because there's no one else on the lake, so you can see, using little 10-foot Kais and greens, probably 3/4 out towards that, don't know, whatever that purple bush over there is, sort of thing on that. Just that's on a single yellow pop-up on a multi-combi rig. Then just literally probably 6 scatter boilies, 18mm DNA, SLKs, just scattered around there. Then out here, this swim here, I've literally just put a PVA bag out towards swim 1, just before this. I believe this is some sort of water filtration, because this lake used to be in a line for a mill, the water mill further up into the woods, sort of thing. So it went lake sort of thing, and I believe that's some kind of a I don't know really what you call it. It's not filtration, it just drains down through it, sort of thing. But yeah, so I've got one out there because that's deeper out there. That's about sort of between, must be on about 10 foot out there now, whereas the one over on the single is looking at around about 4.5 foot out there. But yeah, we're back on it, and we're going to stay here for tonight, just see how it goes on. But yeah, I must admit, the only downside to this this side of the lake is there's a dip in the track where you run up you come up from swim one, you go around the back of the trees, and yeah, it dips down and comes back up, and it's like, yeah, really heavily they've tried to fill it in with rocks and everything else, and yeah, it was a fucking nightmare for the barrow. Front wheel kept digging in, so yeah, I'm gonna have to really think about what I bring on this one, not bringing too much stuff. I ended up, the first barrow load I got through, second barrow load, believe it or not, which was lighter, well, I felt it was lighter, just wouldn't have it. I ended up spinning the barrow around after it fell over twice. Nightmare. Spun the barrow around, pulled it up the hill until we got to the top, but yeah, it's a little bit of a nightmare to get into, but now we're set up, we're chilled out, got the rods out, we're going to see what the day brings. If not, beautiful being on the bank, good to reset, a little bit of mental health reset, but yeah, I promised on the last one that with this venue what I'll do is I'll put in a set the camera up for the ride in, so that's what I've done. Got through the gates, locked the gates back up, got past anything that someone might be able to sort of identify, then set the camera on record, and I'm going to drop that clip in now. Yeah, it's not a short clip, it's about a 10 minute trek into this forest here, but once you're in here, you don't see nothing. I mean, I had a bird of prey swoop above the van, crossing and sat up in the trees as I was coming down, and that got here. You can hear ostriches in the background. There is obviously something going on ostrich wise further on. I believe this is part of a state land, but yeah, so sun's out, we're set up. This is us for the night. Well, I say night, 72 hours, but I do know I bring far too much stuff with me, and I need to sort that out, especially for this venue. So, morning of day 2 on the Syndicate. Nothing yesterday, just really trying to find spots and bits and pieces through. Didn't want to go heavy with bait because wasn't sure, just really trying to get a feel for it at this moment in time. So nothing during the night. I've had liners and everything else. I've had one out on a motor rig right over to the back, one out on a zig playing around in the middle. Owner's popped round today, lovely bloke. Sort of, I like to make my own sort of mind up of how to approach and everything else, but just picked his brains a little bit, and I don't think I was baiting it anywhere near enough. So today we're going in a little bit more heavy bait. We're both on the wafters on the bottom, so hopefully with a little bit more bait round wafters. We're back out again. We've got out to the back here, and just probably right sort of out in there at 12 wraps, one spot there in the peg I'm fishing in, and then we're going, got one back out because I brought this rod in last night to put in front of my swim because I was getting more shows there. Oh, just as we show it, look, little liner. So we are now, it's just a little lily bed of lilies, bed of lilies, fucking hell, just out there. So I'm just off the side of that. We have a couple of pouches of catapulted DNA SLKs and Kent particle, Manila mix. Yeah, so we'll just see how that gets on today. But yeah, so we're fishing, so we're back out on bottom. So hopefully it's supposed to be a bit cooler today. Sun's still out, but yeah, this place at night, she is quiet. Apart from the peacocks and ostriches and bits and pieces in the background, nothing. You can, yeah, quiet as anything. Beautiful. So yeah, let's hope today brings some carp to the bank. If not, we're always learning. Just learning. Like I say, new syndicate, first session on, and apparently the way forward is heavy baiting, but it could just be the owner trying to get you to feed his fish. Be fucking typical, wouldn't it? But yeah, he says heavy baiting is the way forward. I haven't gone heavy. Literally wrapped up 12 wraps, probably put about 5 spoms to start with, but we'll see how that goes. But yeah, get back to you hopefully with fish in the net or playing a fish. And yeah, this is real and raw. Day 2, 24 hours under our, well, probably, no, we haven't even got 24 hours because we didn't get the rods out till midday, but be 24 hours under our belt. No joy, blanking. So, coming to the end of day 2, time is now 7:45. Yeah, it's been nothing today. It's just no shows, there's nothing going on. It's like, it's really being awkward. I did put a little bit more bait in, just trying something off of the owner's recommendation, but I didn't go overly heavy because there is potential that they could be thinking about spawning again. It has been super hot. There's just been no shows, nothing at all day. So yeah, I had 2 out over the back there again, tight sort of thing, 2 tight sort of thing, 12 wraps, little shelf there apparently sort of thing. So I 2 out there all day, nothing, no liners, nothing sort of thing. So I've left 1 out there because obviously I put about 6 spoms, midi spoms of bait out there, and yeah, just on the hope of off chance draw something in, but nothing, no signs, because there was that one crash there yesterday, but nothing come. I fished it all day yesterday, all last night as well, nothing come of that. Nothing come on the zigs sort of thing all day, so I'm going to leave 1 out in this swim 3 tonight because it's right next to my peg, sort of gone about to where that looks like, whatever that thing is there, can't decide what it is, just literally out to the left of that. I've just put about 5 spoms out there, it's about 11 wraps out, and then I've got this one on for tonight, and I'm honestly thinking that if there's nothing and no shows early hours of the morning, or no sounds, there's no sounds of anything through the night, probably call it a day at the end of tomorrow, pack up and just yeah, come back another day, hopefully when the weather's cooled down a little bit, and if they are on the think about respawn, yeah, they're just going to shut off for a bit while they get jiggy with it, then we won't fish for them anyway. If they are starting to spawn again, the owner will close down for another couple of weeks again, sort of thing. But the weather's cooling down next week, I believe. We've got some rain and everything coming in, but we have just had a little sprinkling of rain. It's been quite overcast today, just muggy, just no signs, nothing going on. So we'll see what the night brings. If I'm back with you in the night with a fish, happy days. If not, I'll be back with you in the morning to decide whether or not I can do a pack up and go home sort of thing. Just call it an early one. There'll be other days, there'll be other times back on this lake. I knew it was going to be a learning curve. I always like to try and work things out by myself. I'm not one for piggybacking on someone else, unless it's someone that I really know and trust, because yeah, people aren't too keen on giving their spots up in some places, so you never know how truthful things are. So yeah, I like to make my own decisions on where and how I'm going to approach a lake, fish a lake. But yeah, we've been on zigs, Ronnie's, bags, few minimal bait, few scatter boilies, 18 millers, sort of spomming out, yeah, but just no signs, nothing to fish to, just fishing in areas where you sort of think, yeah, potentially they're going to be in this sort of weather, down the margins, a bit cooler and that, but yeah, no signs, no shows, not even topping out. Weird. It's one of them sort of thing, but this happens. It's looking like we could potentially blank, but blanking's fishing, baby. It's just what it is. It's keeping it real, keeping it raw. I said to you it was going to show everything real and raw, and we sort of haven't really touched a great deal on the mental health side this session, but what I did like the fact of is when I was in one of the builders merchants, I'm just going to see if I can find the card now. There was a company in there, where are they? Basically, they're trying to sort of support tradesmen with mental health. They offer free sessions to talk to. What are they called? They're called Band of Builders. So yeah, just remember, if you're struggling, got head noise going on, whatever, talk, reach out, talk to your friends, talk to those companies out there like that one I hadn't heard of before, but Band of Builders, great idea. Probably within the trade industry and everything else, it's probably, we're all supposed to be men of me on the site, don't like to admit it, anyone struggling, but yeah, I have head noises, I've said that before, and I had a little head noise the other morning, bank holiday Monday morning, just out of the blue, no reason for it. Yeah, just gets me thinking. It's not nice, but I've got coping mechanisms, and like I say, I see a therapist every 2 weeks now. It was every week, but we go every 2 weeks now, and it helps. I talk. I'm happy to talk. I'll bore the shit off you if you want to listen, but yeah, it's some people might find it hard, but yeah, he did. It was mad, because when this bloke that represented this Band of Builders, he said about the suicide rate, and on a weekly basis, and it was horrendous. Yeah, but it's great that these things are popping up. So yeah, let's have another look at that. Band of Builders. Quality. And a good little thing here. People I should check in on. 1 and 2. Whatever it takes in life to get by. It's not easy. A lot of it goes on, sort of thing, and that, and talking, talking does help. It can sort of highlight various things. This is why I see my therapist, because if I've had stuff going on, she just turns a different sort of way of viewing it, because a lot of times I will try and work out why this is happening, and all you're doing is reliving whatever's triggered it, sort of thing. It's like, why is this happening, why is this happening, and why does it matter? I remember one of the things on my last session was, for some reason I had it in my head, I just really wanted to try and remember the first time I actually struggled, sort of thing. I remember it was a May bank holiday. I couldn't remember how long ago it was, but yeah, every now and again I think, oh, wonder how long it's been, sort of thing, and that. And it's just like, she just turned around and said, why does it matter? Why does it matter how long it's been? Why does it matter what day it was? I remember it. I don't remember the date, but I remember the actual how it started and everything else in the middle of the night. But it's ridiculous. It's like, why do I need to know the exact date? It's absolutely ridiculous. Say date. I know it's a May bank holiday, start or last. What year should I say? But yeah, some of these stupid things that I do. But yeah, just talk to people, do whatever it takes. I'll go fishing and I go fishing in, that ain't even fucking English. I go fishing to reel in my mental health, and yeah, nice little, I don't know what they call them things, but yeah, all I'm doing is reeling in my mental health, keeping everything in check, and not letting the head chatter get away with me, sort of thing. Talk, whatever it takes, talk. And so this is the end of day 2. Hopefully I'll be back in the morning. Hopefully I'll be back in the night with a fish, but if not, I'll be back in the morning to check in. But yeah, this is real and raw, keeping it real and raw. End of day 2 on Syndicate 1. Have a good one. So, day 3. No joy last night. Big liner on my right hand rod, but nothing. Yeah, no. Once again, no splashing, no shows, nothing through the night. I've decided that probably today we'll be leaving this afternoon, unless something happens. It's just, yeah, it's just been a difficult one. We've tried various different things, various different spots. It's always hard if you're not seeing the fish. What do you go to? Always go with what you feel comfortable with and what you know works for you, especially if you've got no shows to go on. But yeah, it's just been a strange one. But like I mentioned earlier, it could be the fact with the temperature getting up that their sort of thoughts are spawning again. But yeah, it has been hot, no question about it. We had 30s for the couple of days up prior to me coming. So yeah, we just see what we can get next few hours. Time's just gone 8 o'clock now. Like I say, midday I think will be slow breakdown, and then it's 2 trips back to the van, and then get on our way, get home, get showered up, freshened up until next time on the bank. But yeah, but this place is definitely as raw as it can get. You're in the middle of the woods, nothing around you, no amenities, nothing. So yeah, until next time, unless I get a fish, we'll be back with Real and Raw. And remember, Real and Raw's about the fishing, about talking, about getting the word out, about talking about mental health. So reel in your mental health and let yourself off the hook. This is Real and Raw. Another session done. This is vlog 2. Till next time.